And it is about that time. It is that time for the General Open Banter. All right, General Open Banter this morning. It's a Wednesday, of course, a way back Wednesday, we like to call it. The 12th day in the month of March 2025. On my face, 12th day already in the month of March 2025.
Already, you can say that again.
What is going on?
That's to tell you, time waits for no one.
Honestly.
You have to use your time very well. Be very, very judicious, with your time. Use it judiciously and be very, very intentional.
Oh, that
and
word.
Be brutal.
That word, intentional.
With your resolutions, your expectations, financial, career-wise, self-development, and what have you. Because just yesterday we wished ourselves a happy New Year.
Do you understand?
And here we are.
We're in March.
And before you know it, it's June already. So.
Oh, okay.
And they will say,
How did we get
here?
here?
It happened so fast, so quickly.
Lord.
Well, that's time for you.
That's time. Waits for nobody. And of course, talking about time waiting for nobody, it does seem as though, the House of Representatives in Nigeria too, not going to allow time elude them. But it brings us to a social concern, conversation now. Just recently though, we've seen where the House of Representatives' recent directive to the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) to shut down all porn websites in Nigeria has sparked a national conversation. According to Katsina Rep. Dalatu Tafoki, who sponsored the motion, he said that this move is to protect societal values. Now, you should underline that, societal values, and to curb the global problem of cyber pornography. Now, the question, therefore, is, will this measure help reduce the incessant, inhumane treatment of violence between men and women in relationships? That is some question, right there. Over time we've seen a surge, right, in the inhumane treatment between men and women, right, and we've been asking the question of how do we put an end to this? How do we ensure that there is conscience driven, imprinted, screwed into the brains, into the minds, into the hearts of these perpetrators? That if they had conscience, if they had value, maybe, just maybe, they will not commit that heinous crime.
When you say heinous crime, can you just put a word to it?
Sexual
harassment,
abuse, domestic violence, rape, batter.
So
it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. Honestly, it's a lot of it. And the fact that we would want to trivialize these things when we see them, in the society. In fact, if you're one that has a heart that would see such a thing happening with your neighbor and you trivialize it, eyes, and not just husband and wife having a boyfriend and girl, they're just having, a little bit. Who doesn't have misunderstandings? Come on, don't leave them be. They'll come along and all of that. It means that you too are an inactive, a waiting to be happen disaster. That's what it is. Right. It means if you were in that position too, you probably would do worse, or even do the same as whoever is the culprit, who has taken it upon himself or herself, to engage. But then it seems as though these social issues has become very pertinent, very serious, quite insidious, that it has simmered and filtered into the ears of those at the high echelon of power, almost to the point that they had to direct the NCC to shut down all of these porn websites. To think again that Nigeria is a highly religious country, and that we must indeed take concrete steps to curb the phenomenon of pornography, which is forbidden by major religions. So this directive indeed is sparking quite a lot of reactions, among Nigerians. And we want to also know your thoughts. It's on one end, this matter. On another end, others are saying that, oh Lord, how did we even get here? Just recently, we are talking about issues of killings in Benue State going on in the northern, regions of the country, going on in the southwestern region. I mean, we've seen with Fulani headers clashes and all of that. Even in the east, even though we've not been hearing a lot from the east lately in that regard, but then killings has just been going on in this country unabated.
Killings from cultism, farmer herders, clashes,
unknown gunmen, abductions, kidnappings. I mean, a lot of it is going on. Communal clashes.
Right.
We are seeing it. In fact, killings to the point that even rats now begin to kill us with Lassa fever. Rats now kill us.
Well, it's, yesterday when you shared this topical issue with me, my response was, this is quite laughable. I say laughable because one would want to say that we should have a scale of preference as to more pressing or more burning issues to really tinker with. However, this is an issue or a topic that has to do with how best we can shape our society such that it will be a better place for each and every one of us to thrive, whether we like it or not. Because when you look at the level of moral decadence in our society today, it's almost impossible for a sane-minded person to intentionally or otherwise try to uphold moral standards.
Exactly.
You're seen as an abnormal person when you're trying to say that, no, this is the right thing, you should do it like this, don't do it this way, if you do it, it is wrong. They see you as an abnormal person. At least, is this one okay? Are you the one that's going to change the country?
Now your papa,
it's your father's country. And all of that. On the flip side, Uduak, the cases of violence in relationships that we've seen in time past and even in recent times, one would want to differ a bit to say that we can associate it with the consumption of sexually explicit content. Yes, because there are people who really do not consume this sexually explicit content and they are just abusive. Maybe because of what they experienced, growing up from their parents, or the kind of society or the kind of neighborhood they were raised. So somehow, placing a ban on pornography in Nigeria or telling the NCC to go about that ban is going to be more of a Herculean task for the NCC, because whether we like it or not, there is an infiltration, right? We've been made to understand in recent times, just in case you're not aware, that there's something called an OnlyFans page, where some notable celebrities they create these pages. And it gets monetized, I think, and they are making cool money off it.
It gets monetized really fast. In fact,
tell you,
it seems like the moment you open that page, you just get monetized. That's what it is.
But the desire to consume all of these content, it tells you one thing. Spiritually, we are very far from the place of divinity already. This might just be one amongst the many end time signs where we are so desperate. So one can even get internet data just to consume this content. And then on the other hand, aside the spiritual, aspect of this, the societal standards set by whoever, I don't even know who set the standards, is another thing. Because how do you explain the fact that a man thinks, a woman thinks, for her to get the best out there in terms of maybe a partner in a relationship or marriage, she has to be all endowed and all curvy? And for a man, in a bid to prove to a woman that he is capable, he should maybe have the ability to satisfy a woman intimately. Who set the standards for you?
Society. Who is society?
So people actually exhaust or consume this content for different reasons. Low self-esteem, or let me exhaust, let me consume this and see if I can improve on whatever. I don't know where that is coming from.
But relationship experts will come out and tell you that variety is the spice of life. I mean, spice up your love relationship. It
is relative.
Okay.
It is relative. We are adults because we believe relationships are actually for adults, even though in recent times we've seen people even below 18
right.
venturing into relationships. But I think it just goes to tell you that if you are below 18 and you're in a relationship, even at 18, society has a way of frowning at someone in a relationship, especially when you are the age of 18, because they believe that you are not really matured enough to be in a relationship. There are pros, there are cons, that comes to relationships. So if you're not matured enough for all of this, you're going to get overwhelmed. You want to please the society, you want to please whoever it is that you're with. And God forbid you end up with a very toxic person, an abusive person. You just would have to lose yourself in the process.
And then the cycle goes on and on again.
Aside the pornography sites, right? Aside the OnlyFans page that we've seen now, that's a new development. Hyper content creators. I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Harry now is a content creator. And there seems to be no cogent regulation mechanism to really evaluate and monitor how these content creators actually go about their, whatever it is they're doing on a daily basis. On Facebook, I've seen, mostly on Facebook, even married women, someone old enough to be your grandmother or your mother, in the name of content creation. And some observers are saying that the moment Facebook actually said, monetization is coming to Nigeria, or it has come to Nigeria, everybody became a content creator.
That's right.
And again, while I want to bring the society perspective is the fact that people, they derive pleasure in consuming content that negates every sense of morality. Such content are the ones that get the most likes, the most views, and comments. We talk about this almost every time. Now, we're literally creating content right now because people are watching us live on YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
People are listening to us across the world.
Sure.
This is good content, educating and also informative. But wait,
how much engagement does it have? Oh, no.
But if we come on here to go, maybe UD decides to
okay, now it has to be UD.
Yeah, it has to be UD.
Now it has to be UD.
If UD decides to
showing skin and showing sensitive parts.
If he decides to put off his shirt and show you his bare chest, and like, come on, I'm macho and all of that. You see, and in fact, in the space of 10 minutes,
of course,
the likes, the views,
it's gonna be a floodgate of more like a floodgate has been opened.
Come on,
like let's go and see that presenter, that UD guy.
I think hypocrisy is now the order of the day. You cannot sit on the fence on this issue. If you are patronizing the OnlyFans page content, you cannot say that you are any better or you are better off to people who visit this pornography site.
Right.
If you intentionally or not encourage a content creator who goes about, exposing her body and all of that in the name of content, are you really any better? Are you different from someone who goes to these sites? And quite frankly, Islam or Christianity, they prohibit the consumption of pornographic or sexually explicit content, whether we like it or not. But this seems to be a trend now. I've only seen cases where people go to their workplaces and this is what they do.
Right.
Yes, I've worked in a place before, but I wouldn't want to mention the name. You come to the office early in the morning and then you put on the computer and then you see probably the last, I don't know. You go through the history and then you see history itself in a workplace. We are getting consumed by the day with these content. But should this really be a responsibility for the House of Representatives alone? I don't think so.
Right.
Our religious leaders, this is where we actually need them the most.
But then, Omoife, we'll just throw the lines open so you tell us, what you think. I mean, the topical issue, protecting societal values. Can blocking porn sites reduce relationship violence, especially in the light and in the wake of the House of Representatives given a recent directive to the Nigerian Communications Commission to shut down all porn websites in Nigeria, which is sparking a national, conversation already. All right. So I was going to come from the place of some of these persons who engage or indulge or indeed enjoy these sites, this porn sites now, will tell you that they have a right to do so. You mentioned earlier, as adults, these are adults, these are not children. And that's why some have also come from the place of regulation. Regulating what content your children, are exposed to would have helped to reduce, right, the level of exposure and awareness in that regard. But opening the phone lines first of all, then we get back with that discourse. 0907-353-0044. That is the number to call.
The other number is 0908-766-8888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909-705-4450. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning to you, Elder.
Elder Noja is my name.
Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Kuba in Abuja area.
Thank you, Elder. Talk to us.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Elder. Thank you.
I think you bring all the better thing for us. We have been praying for you.
Right. You hear, ba?
Okay.
You brought ba? Oh, no, sir. I'm not going to try them.
All right, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I support a house of faith. The Bible is against it. Quran is against it. And then anything when Bible against it, Quran against it. There's no right for human being to say this is my right.
Okay.
So give you that right to God. And then God say you don't want to do things. And then he says you are right to do. That's not it. Don't refer God. You see, all these things supposed to be blocked too. Because you send all those type of rubbish photographic picture naked. Say you are professed. Those people, if you conform with that type of spirit, the spirit of God is not really.
Okay.
You see, if you go to the book of Galatians, you see Galatians 5:19, read it. All the type of things there. And then they say anybody where is born with that type of things, he has no heritage in the kingdom of God. So anything where God, the Bible against it, Quran is against it. You don't have right. This is my right. I support them. Let them block it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You so much, Elder.
Thank you very much, Elder.
Elder saying that, there's nothing like rights in this matter because the religious books and the religious frontiers does not even support it in the first place. But of course, we have a law that is I wouldn't use anti-religious, right? But it's not all about religion. It's about the society and the rights and privileges. And that law says you have a right as long as you've attained an adult age, right?
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Are you there? Good morning.
All right. You snooze, you lose. Do well to call back 0907 353 0044 is that number to call.
The other number is 0908 766 8888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909 705 4450.
So a male and a female have been kind enough to share their thoughts, in this regard. But let's just head out very quickly so we don't get carried away.
That's right.
Pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Farax Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 0803 596 5170. 0803 596 5170. You can visit at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Model Park, Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hello and welcome to Uber Pinnacle City Lugbe, where dreams take flight. I am here with Mr. Franklin, a representative from Uber Properties. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, Mr. Franklin, let's dive right in. What makes Uber Pinnacle City Lugbe so special?
Uber Pinnacle City Lugbe is a luxurious estate located in the heart of Abuja offering a range of infrastructure amenities that cater for the needs of our residents. From 24/7 power supply and security surveillance to shopping centers and parks, we have got everything you need to live your best life.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Can you tell us about the types of properties available?
We have a range of options to suit different needs and budgets. Our 5-bedroom fully detached duplexes with boys' quarter and swimming pool are perfect for large families or those who want to live in style. We also have 4-bedroom semi-detached duplexes and 3-bedroom terrace duplexes available.
I must say you have a lot of options. But now, what about pricing? How affordable are these properties?
We are offering very competitive pricing for our properties. For example, 600 square meter of our 5-bedroom fully detached duplex starts at 3.5 million naira. 500 square meter of our 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex is going for 3 million naira, while the 250 square meter of our 3-bedroom terrace duplexes is going for 2.5 million naira.
Wow, that's very affordable. What about financing options? Do you have any special promos or discounts available?
We are currently running a super promo that offers discounts on our properties. We also have financing options available through our partners to make it easier for our customers to own their dream homes.
Oh, that's nice. I understand that you are operating with the approval of the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA. Can you please tell us more about that?
Yes, that's correct. We are proud to say that Uba Pinnacle City Lugbe is being developed with the full approval of the FCDA. This ensures that our estate is being built to the highest standards and that our customers can have complete peace of mind when investing in their dream homes.
That's great to hear. Peace of mind is really everything. How can our listeners get more information about Uba Pinnacle City Lugbe and take advantage of this super promo?
They can visit our website at www.ubapropertieslimited.com or send us an email at info@ubapropertieslimited.com. They can also call us on 081 64 75 5708 or 091 26 66 8563. Let me just take the number again: 081 64 75 5708 or 091 26 66 8563. Our office address is at Suite 18C and D, Anon Plaza, Gudu, Abuja. We are also available on all social media handles.
Thank you for sharing this amazing opportunity with us, Mr. Franklin.
Thank you once again for having me.
Don't forget, when one door closes, buy another one and open it yourself. Uba Pinnacle City Lugbe is where dreams take flight. Contact them today to make your dream of owning a luxurious home a reality.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Okay, so we're back. Never left though, but yeah, we're still having that conversation, looking into the topical issues that bothers around protecting societal values.
Right.
And it does seem as though there's a wake-up call now. Can blocking porn sites reduce relationship violence in Nigeria, especially. Well, we're still having your calls coming through. We'll just go take it already. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, my name is Praise. I'm calling from the airport.
Praise from the airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this Praise Akpabio?
Yeah.
All right. Good to hear your voice today,
Right,
Praise.
Praise. Welcome.
Please go
Praise.
ahead.
Yeah, the topic you're discussing is quite interesting.
Right.
And saying blocking porn sites, yeah, it's a good one, but how does that affect, or how does that positively affect relationship? I don't think there's a correlation, to that effect, because the issue of relationship has to do with individuals, and I don't think because one is consuming, those sites will make the person either to be evil-minded and stuff like that. Because what I'm saying is I remember in Dubai, you don't have access to these porn sites. It's totally closed. But when you go deeper into the activities of what is happening in Dubai, you'll be amazed. You think you are in Sodom and Gomorrah.
In Dubai?
In Dubai. You can find out. When you hear this potty whatever, it's crazy. And these are, sorry to say, I'm not supposed to mention, but these are people who have so much thing going on in their head. So I think it's about, we pushing for what is morally right within the society. And that goes beyond just blocking the porn site. It's also, we should emphasize on the advert of people thinking it's when you get naked on social media, naked in musical videos, that it will make sense. So all that, because I see some universities will tell you, oh, there are dress codes, you can dress this way, you can dress that way. I think we need to push that also into our social media system, where people are not allowed to be indecent. Because when you go to Facebook, like you were saying earlier, you see people practically naked on Facebook, and they don't get restricted or anything. So I think it boils down to we reorientating our youth, diverting their minds from all these unnecessary ways of thinking you're making money or being popular. So we need to call a spade a spade. And for me, the National Assembly has not been very proactive in their dealings, I must confess, because the only way of taking the youth's mind from what they think is good for them or what they think is the way of making money is providing job, providing, what will deviate them or make them busy. So I don't think,
So is this Praise, are you saying?
Finally, sorry. Parents also need to be very, very, conscious of how kids are, being brought up. Okay. You see, there's so much pressure on the girl child, but parents don't pay much attention to bringing up the boy child. You're bringing up a girl child to say, oh, wife material. What happens to the husband material? So I think it's a home thing. We also need to start from the home.
All right.
So that's my point.
Okay.
All right, Praise. Hope you're a husband material.
Right.
I am 100 years.
Okay, Praise.
All right.
Feels good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, though. Somebody was laughing in the background. Oh, come on. But yeah, okay, we'll just take this one, though. All right, that's a mess. Keep the calls coming through, though. 0907 353 0044. The other number is
0908 766 8888. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
So.
Yeah, my name is Soso.
Right, So. Where are you calling from, So?
Good morning.
Local Goma.
Local Goma. Talk to us, So.
So, UD.
Yes, please.
The other day I was asking who is policing our molar virus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and today I will ask again. When you stop you block all the sites, we already have the phones on the streets. So I don't need to go online to watch it. If I want to do that, I can just drive from here to say maybe go somewhere. I'm able to see it. I don't need to watch it online. So it has to come back to our moral values, right? From our homes. How do we ask our children to behave? Because if we block them, I know where to go and see it. If I don't even need to go on social media to see it. So is that what we should be discussing? We have been complaining of data for the past how many weeks or months. That is what an average person is going through, right? Why don't they deliberate on those issues and make it an urgent, like make it so urgent the way they want to go and block phones? It's a good one, but for me, if your dad is an idol worshipper, right, you don't go to go and burn the shrine. You work on your dad first so that you will not go and set up another shrine. Because if you burn the shrine and leave him, you still go somewhere else and set up the shrine.
Right.
Yeah, so I think they should do more.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Strong
I mean,
point.
I for a moment I thought Susu was a prophet because you just spoke our minds whilst paying the bills earlier. Myself and Yudi, we said how many people even visit this porn site?
That's it.
Now, when we have a flurry of people dressing indecently, there is something called biker short. I can't even stress this enough. I know a number of people have heard this from me a couple of times on here, and it's just the fact the biker short is. Similar to what our mothers actually taught us as a girl child to wear underneath our skirts or even wrapper, but that's what we'll wear out now.
Boldly.
It makes you sexy. It makes you a slay queen when you do that. So when you wear baggy jean, for example, you're not sexy.
No, you're not.
You're not really fashion inclined,
No, they enter
But
eye.
it's really sad.
It's really sad.
From the crop top to clothes, revealing the
cleavage and all of that.
I don't know. How do you men cope?
That's the thing, and that's our dilemma. But let's go take this one though. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, my name is Benny.
Oh,
Hi,
Benny.
Hi.
Yeah, Benny.
Good morning.
Where are you calling from, though, Benny? Garki. Okay, talk to us, Benny.
Okay, I've heard some people saying that about that is from home thing, that the mindset and everything starts from home. I think I agree with that because what we see is what affects everybody. That's my opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So the kind of example that you see growing up is majorly what you grow up doing.
Okay, I get that. Appreciate. All
Thank
right.
you.
What sort of examples, what from your forebears? What sort of examples have they laid? When you say forebears, we're talking daddy, mommy, elder sister, brother, and
Role
stuff.
models.
Role models, celebrity crushes. What example have they set up for this
Right.
generation who just a generation of almost innocence just comes and sees a content that is that they're not even aware if it's valueless, right, or anti-social or anti-value. They just consume it because look at it right up in our faces.
That's
my celebrity crush. That's my role model. That's my big auntie who loves me so much. Whenever mommy and daddy scold me into shape, that auntie says, "Come, give me a hug, buys me candy, takes me out, and tells me, oh, it's all right."
Or he or she tells me to do what works for me.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm like,
do you know that
the society would adjust?
Some of these, I was able to interview some of these females. That's because most of the time it's mostly this females, right? Females, that get into some of these obscene content. They allow themselves to be used, in that regard. And then others do it themselves. Now, for those who do it for themselves, when I got to ask one or two like that, you know what they told me? Said, "I'm just being me. Don't do what I do."
You'll be tagged a judgmental person if you're not careful.
Said, "I'm just being me."
Okay.
Said, "I'm doing me." That's one. And then secondly, he says, it's just content. You know, there are some people who see content as just content. That thing is just content.
So
Let it go.
let's be very mindful of the content that we put out there, because social media never forgets. We need to understand that. So you're just doing you. It's just content. Wait till you start, giving birth, and then you see your children. You sit from wherever and watch your children.
They'll tell you wait until that time. But for now, this is my time.
Okay.
This is my time. Let me shine.
Well, all
right. But then it also gets back to the place where and of course back to what we were saying just when we were paying those bills. Omo, the truth is we keep blaming porn sites and content creators, forgetting that these content creators did not amass their content from heaven. Neither did they get it from hell. They didn't get it from space.
No, maybe they get inspiration from hell.
What inspiration?
Okay, not hell exactly. Maybe from the devil.
Have you not still heard? Are you even aware that man has a voice of himself? When I mean man, man and woman. That's what I mean. Yeah, we have a voice of ourselves that talks to us.
It's usually inspired by something.
No.
The Holy Spirit or an evil spirit.
You have your voice.
Yudi.
Omo, we'll talk about this.
Okay.
We'll talk about this another time.
Very well. In fact, on Monday, we're going to talk about this.
We'll talk about this.
Yes.
What
Join
voice?
us Monday next week. We're going to talk about this on General Open Banter.
All right.
What inspires certain decisions and actions?
Man has an intellect, has a faculty. Okay, but let's not deviate.
All right.
Okay.
Well, all right.
So, but the point is, it was not taken from the skies, not from anywhere else, right? It could be influenced by something, right? But then again, it is not spirits that engage these things. It is us. It is still our brothers, our sisters. So we only get the content from the society in itself, and then we put it on a pedestal that will spotlight it some more, so that a wider coverage, a wider audience, and especially if monies are attached to it, we also exploit, because it's exploitation actually.
I think Facebook, I know that YouTube, the level of censorship is really very strong.
It's strong.
Any content that is very explicit, they just have a way of flagging it down.
Sure.
But that's not the case with Facebook.
Or even,
I don't know.
Or even, was it now TikTok and the rest?
I really don't know. It's very disturbing because there are a truckload of people on Facebook. They're just there, not just misinforming the public now, but promoting every form of immorality.
Even acts of violence.
You can imagine that.
Honestly. Well, so, we should take this,
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Yes, good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning, Yudi.
Good morning to you. Is this Uche? Uche it is, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
right.
From Akamata.
Exactly.
Appreciate. All right, Uche, talk to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yudi, you see, the government wanting to regulate porn sites is a welcome development, but it's the right thing at the wrong time. And I call that misplaced of priority. One is an adult movie, although I am not supporting it. However, is that the issue rocking our country presently? Don't we have other pressing needs that the House of Representatives should look upon? Like Soso said, I appreciate the fact when he said that you don't need to go to all of these sites to see all of these things. We have completely lost it when it comes to core moral values. Just drive to any mall. You see worse than you find in your social media. So we don't need to visit any site before we see all of these things. If they really want to condemn it, it still boils down to our core moral values, which we have completely lost. And there is nothing that is being done about it in order to bring it back. I wonder if only it can be brought back or except by God's intervention.
Wow.
But any woman campaigning for that is just a medicine after that.
Okay.
That is what we have come to see. It has come to stay.
All right.
However,
yeah.
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Good. However, bounding the porn site, that is not the right thing to do for now.
So what is the right thing? What is the right thing to do?
Yudi, Nigerians have other pressing needs. More than all of
But Uche, don't you also think? Yeah, don't you also think that the more we are trivializing some of these issues, and is it really eating us deeply? If the House of Reps is saying, "Hey, let's look into it," what is so wrong about it?
I did not say anything is absolutely wrong about it. What I'm interested in is the timing.
Oh, okay, timing. You say
is the time, and if you look yesterday when that bill was passed, those who were against it, we are more than those who supported it. Did you notice that?
So what do you think was the reason why we had more people oppose it?
Then if we have more people opposing it, why should it be passed? Where is the rule of law? Where is the rule of law? Where is the majority of the House? They said no. You know, these are some of the things that kills our society. People are against this thing. You go against their will, their wish, and you pass it. These are our lawmakers. So how, if there is any other thing that comes up that is also against the people's wish, and because of one person or few individuals just want their interest to preside, which means it will also be passed just like the way they passed this one. I don't know if anybody sees it on that angle. I am not saying that what they are doing is wrong, but what I'm talking about, the timing, and also the wish of the majority in the House. And it's being passed, and they said they passed it. I saw him when he knocked the gravel.
Okay.
All right, Uche, thank you so much for your contribution.
Appreciate Uche.
I think his submission is just to take away from where I started from, you know, whilst, just also submitting my own thoughts to that. On a scale of preference, a number of Nigerians would say that, is this really of utmost priority to us right now? Well, it could be a yes for you, it could be a no for another person out there. But the truth is, the law and order we're trying to uphold in Nigeria, it could actually be a build-up from so many things. Moral standards. I mean, if we have a situation whereby we can't even uphold morals anymore, what then do you think would be the yardstick for people to want to uphold, law and order? Because they say, come on, what's the point? Are you a saint? I think that's a question that will be thrown at almost everybody. True. Are you a saint? Come on, we all are. There's a song by Fowles, even though that song is, it cannot really be promoted on radio, about the hypocrisy and all of that.
This is Nigeria.
Yes, this is Nigeria and all of that. So the truth is, there could be bad eggs everywhere, but it's not enough to now say that all the eggs in the crate are all bad. Right. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's
not possible, Omar. You've said that already, but let's go see what brother Samuel, all the way from Kuje, has to say.
Okay. Samuel says, greetings to you, my brother Uduak Daniel and Princess Adezi Omoefe.
Greetings to you.
I'd like
too.
to add one to it.
One, okay.
Now, the dangers and negative effects of immoral content created by content creators on the lives of children are numerous and alarming. He took it upon himself to highlight some of, the effects.
Yes.
Right? Or the impact.
That's right.
Now, I was going to touch on a few of them because of time.
Just a few of it.
Emotional and psychological effects.
Right.
Exposure to immoral content can desensitize children to violence, right? Sex and other mature themes, leading to a decrease in empathy and an increase in aggressive behavior. Immoral content can evoke feelings of anxiety and fear in children, potentially leading to long-term emotional and psychological damage. And also exposure to unrealistic and unattainable beauty standards, as well as immoral content, can lead to low self-esteem and body image issues in children, even adults.
Right, even adults, of course.
The standards are unrealistic. Yes. Social and relational effect. He also talks about cognitive and academic effects, spiritual and moral effects, long-term consequences, and it goes on and on. The submission will be that, according to Samuel, that it's essential for parents, caregivers, and content creators to be aware of these dangers and take proactive steps to protect children, even adults, because we have adults who are also young at heart, from the negative effects of immoral content. It says, have a great and wonderful day, Yudi and Omoife. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Samuel.
for that message.
Some very deep thoughts.
Detailed
Very
right
detailed, honestly. I really wish that, I'm sure probably if you were an advisor to one of the senators, you would have done
Samuel
a
is
great
actually
job.
a clergyman, so
yes,
most of the
he would
time
have
his
done well.
submissions are actually coming from a place
Very
of spirituality.
And of course there's some levels of balancing in that regard, but appreciate that one from you though. Well then, there are empirical submissions. Blocking porn sites might have some positive effects, such as reducing the objectification of women, right? It is not a comprehensive solution though to addressing relationship violence. However, some research has shown that relationship violence is a complex issue rooted in the societal norm. Societal, so is a reflection of what the society is, and the patriarchy, as well as a lack of education. Nobody really talked about that. How much education, sensitization, awareness do some of these young ones even have? They just believe that the world that they were born into and what they are seeing is just the pedigree for how to live life, and it does seem as though our parents are not really paying so much of attention, because some of them too are bedeviled and overwhelmed with the hardships and the challenges that life is throwing at them and all of that. Well, a more effective approach would be to focus on education and awareness, promoting healthy relationships and sexuality. So yeah, that's it. Healthy relationships and sexuality. And the part that really got me is reducing the objectification of women. No woman is an object, Pico. Don't objectify her. Mbok. Well, we'll wrap up with this one here. And,
quite frankly, Yudi, you've said almost everything,
right.
But just to add to this, blocking porn sites might it might bring about some positive effect.
Okay.
But is it going to be long term?
That's
is it
the
going to be
question.
a comprehensive solution to these menaces that we are faced with in our society? At this point in time, I'll still maintain that our religious leaders, they have a role to play, because this is not going to be the sole responsibility of the government. Our religious leaders, I don't know, when you go for your normal church service or service also, when you go to the mosque for Jumat prayers and all of that, do we just, the salvation we're talking about is really deep and very relative, really. I think it's about time we really break things down very clearly for people to understand the consequences, the implication of any action that we take as a person, be it an adult or even a young or someone that is not even up to 18 yet.
Right.
Because whether you like it or not, whatever decision you take in life or make, you'll be held accountable or responsible for it.
Right.
So let's make the right decisions today. Our religious leaders will need to rise up to the occasion and sensitize our followers, because they have a very strong hold on people. All right. So sensitize them, preach to them without bias. So don't shy away from certain truths because you're in the sanctuary. No, come on. If it's sex, talk about it. Enlighten the people on the dangers, the pros and the cons. It's very important. You're not just there as just a mere religious leader.
That's right.
You are a role model. All right.
You are a role model. Well, we'll just very jump into some two stories from anonymous entries. Didn't want to be disclosed, the male and the female, and of course highlight at least some other messages that came in on here via the website. Very importantly, so we don't throw them under the bus, and show them that we appreciate, of course, their efforts. Now, there's a story of a young man who wouldn't want to be disclosed. There's a 30-year-old entrepreneur who's based in Lagos, shared his experience of how pornography affected his relationship. And now, in his words, and I quote, "I was addicted to porn, and it affected my intimacy with my partner. We'd fight often, and I'd become aggressive. Blocking porn sites, to me, might help, but it's not the only solution." All right.
All right, we have this other testimony from someone right here in Abuja, a lawyer for that matter. Her perspective is quite different, and she says, I don't think blocking porn sites will solve the problem. We need to address the root causes of relationship violence, such as patriarchy and lack of education. Lack of education.
Right?
I'd like to sit on the fence on that.
All right. But yeah, there are some divergent views from Nigerians, as we said, mentioned, connecting via the website now. This one right here says, blocking porn sites is a great step towards protecting our children and promoting moral values. Emmanuel, all the way from Lagos, is saying that.
And this one right here in Abuja, Amaka says, this is a waste of time. We have more pressing issues to address, just like Uche said.
Yeah, Uche said, oh, come on. Well, we see this one here. Tunde in Lagos is saying, I support the move. Pornography is a major contributor to relationship violence. Right, Tunde says.
Okay, this one here says, this is an attack on our freedom of expression. What's next? What freedom of expression are you talking about, by the way?
Freedom of expression is an adult.
No, you said something earlier. Yes, that as an adult, you're
an
free
adult.
to
Constitution.
yes, consume whatever content.
Yes.
But come on, you don't say because you're an adult you consume whatever content, and then it has a way of impacting people around you, whether you like it or not.
Right.
Because after consuming all of this content, it's going to shape your thought pattern, and then you want to enforce it on people around you, deliberately or not. So.
As an adult, of course, it comes from a place of broken childhood, honestly, if you ask me. But anyways, let's go see. This one here is coming from Coffee in Ibadan, right? It says, we need to focus on education and awareness, not censorship. All right, maybe if we focus on awareness from the grassroots, education, alerting people, letting them know that, look, this is not helping. There was something you mentioned earlier, Omo. Is it a dress code police or something? I don't know.
Moral police.
Moral police. Okay. All right. I guess that's the same thing Coffee in Ibadan is saying.
But if we eventually set up a moral police, force in Nigeria.
The fear of abuse.
Oh my God.
It's a lot.
With the fear of corruption almost everywhere.
Lord. It's something else. The fear of abuse.
Let us leave our religious leaders and our parents
to do the job.
And well-meaning individuals to instill the right message or messages.
Policy shapers and makers. Because the moment you want to think about that moral police, it's a good idea.
So the moral police officers we're talking about, should they be armed or not?
Or not.
Because some people can be very stubborn. I could just see you instantly dressing up like, this thing you're wearing is not right. You just have to go back home and change. And the person, come on, are you trying to
break the bottle on you?
Are you trying to take away my freedom,
my
of
confidence,
movement?
You trying to body shame me?
Exactly.
Are you trying to?
What do you mean by that? I have the right to dress and to move freely. Yes. So what are you saying? But it's not about your movement now. It's about what you're wearing
right?
And the nuisance is going to constitute on the streets. But
then there's always a place of abuse, Omo. And then a question would now be, how do you even select this moral, police?
Okay.
What is the evaluation? What's the yardstick? Must they be men of God, religious leaders?
No, the men of God, they have a lot already in their hands.
Okay. But yeah.
Okay, we have this one from Folake. Folake in Oshogo says, blocking porn sites will reduce the objectification of women and promote respect.
All right. So,
do you really think so?
Okay.
Do you really think so? That blocking porn sites will reduce objectification of women? I think women should take it upon themselves, first of all, to kick against that idea of men or
objectifying
people.
Them.
Yes, objectifying them.
Right.
And, that starts from the moment you stop wearing clothes that are provocative. Because how is it that you're wearing a crop top, you're not putting on a bra, and then you're wearing biker shorts,
and you're right there,
and you're saying that you have every right to wear whatever it is you want to wear, and you don't want people to objectify you or to even harass you. I'm not saying that should be there's any justification
there's no
sexual
justification
harassment
for that. Yeah.
But sometimes we need to also help ourselves. Because heaven helps those who help themselves. So help yourself first.
So
the society can come in to help you.
In other words,
you can't be decently dressed and a man is harassing you sexually and then you think people will keep quiet. No, not at all.
In other words, place value in yourself and other people place value
Even
on
our
you.
own Senator Natasha, when the age of posted on Facebook that you think it's a little run pancake and to wear transparent, and then the Senator Natasha said, "I dress." Are you trying to say that I dress indecently? Someone who's always with the veil covered up and all of that?
Yeah.
You see, that society, even though we are divided right now,
yes,
they're saying that, come on, you cannot say that Senator Natasha dresses indecently. You can't say that.
Wasn't there a time that she was actually asked out of the National Assembly for
I don't have to digress.
Okay. Now she wouldn't digress. But anyways, we get the thoughts line. Now, this is a step in the right... this is a step towards a more conservative society. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
Chike in Enugu is saying.
A more conservative society.
So it's not comfortable with that now.
All right. This one here, this is Bimbo from Akure. She says we need to address the root causes of relationship violence, not just symptoms. I think I agree.
Not just symptoms.
I said before now that is pornography really the reason why people are being abusive towards their partners? There is more to it. This could be a symptom, though.
It could be, like you said, could be a symptom. It could also aggravate it, but there is something that is must be informing that. Now, this one here, it says blocking porn sites will protect our youth from moral decay. To an extent, Musa from Kano is saying that.
And we have Zena from Kaduna. She says this is a slippery slope. What's next? Blocking social media?
Okay. Well, you heard it already. But thank you to each and every one of us. Right. You've had your voice loudly and clearly. Whether it's a step in the right direction or not, one thing stands out and holds water and holds sway is the fact that there are symptoms and there are root causes, right? What are we addressing? Are we addressing root causes? Or are we just addressing the symptoms? Right, my name is Udwak Daniel, and as we say bye-bye to the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show.
Well, all right, I am Omoife Peace or Semero. You can call me Hajia Efe or Princess Adeze One. I didn't give myself this title, you all. You must take note of that. I didn't give myself this title.
Right.
I love it. Thank you very much. I would like to state that the views expressed on the show this morning were not influenced by the station. Do well to have a playback just in case you didn't follow the conversation from the very beginning. On Facebook and YouTube, you can have a playback. Leave a comment as well if the conversation tickled your fancy and you're itching after watching. You just go ahead, leave a comment. We'll be glad to come back to acknowledge your thoughts. You can leave that to us, all right? And subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're yet to do that. It's really very simple. It costs nothing to subscribe. Just subscribe and you get notified whenever we upload or come live on Facebook or YouTube.
This is a content of value, all right? Not the other one. Okay. Have a great day. And stand by for 12 o'clock because yet another prog show segment will be coming your way. It's called the Sunny
Side Show.